Good goal in the first half. He's leant back on that and missed it.
Maybe behind back over your head.
Brendan.
So a let off for North Melbourne there. They've got to get some.
Got all their numbers in the centre corridor except this one get out in the back pocket, but now they're hemmed in a bit.
Ferrito sacked himself. Run straight to the pocket. They work it around the outer side. Pratt's kick goes to the wing. And here he is. Cruz Garland. Now that is a name as he goes down towards half forward. And I was wondering if Carlton's number 8, his parents thought about Cruz as maybe a Christian name. Here's Pratt. Comes across the ground. Drifting up the ground is Urquhart. Well, that was forward. The umpire says it went back though. Doesn't matter. Urquhart's away. Kicks inside the forward 50. From behind, Hale. But it punched away by the man in front, Thornton. Now this ball is close to the boundary line. Was the push in the back against Waite? It was. He'll get the free kick. Well, Waite didn't want to take it across the line. He just propped in front, and Thomas cannoned into his back. Rigg goes the longer option. Thornton engages the short man who'd run on. That's Stevens. He goes to the outer side. Bauer's got the football at right half back.
Goes short. It was interesting a moment ago because Thomas initially tackled him well and then Waite fell over and Thomas went down with him.
He held the ball in, Waite. If the contact hadn't come to the back, it would have nearly been holding the ball.
He had him just where he wanted him, Thomas, but ended up giving the free kick away. So the Blues to set up. Here is Waite. It's got a lot of dash. And with one bounce, he kicks the ball deep and hard to Favola. Well done, Ferrito. So the swap looks like it's been made. Gibson off him and Ferrito on. Back to Simpson. Goes back, but that's okay because he's in the forward 50. You can do that. Russell gets to Jacobs. He's going to try and set Judd up from 9-pointer, but he gets into trouble. Had a fair while, and then Murphy, good tackle by Harvey, and they've just overcooked this. Harvey with that lovely little dummy, Urquhart away. Kangas might make them pay on the burst.
Rawlings got it from Harris. A wonderful run back. Terrific stuff there by the youngster. Haven't seen a lot of him, Joseph, but that was wonderful pressure taken by Murphy. Untidy hand pass. Judd's got it though at the 50. Again under pressure. Goes to Bauer. Back it comes to Jacobs. Now Stevens looks inside the forward 50, measures it, and that is a beautiful kick. Gibbs has got it.
He floats around the field very well. He always puts himself in a position that's going to be dangerous to receive the ball.
In front cruiser went to ground.
And by that I mean he doesn't waste any time. He's always looking at where he can be dangerous, either when his team's got the ball or when he's in defence.
Rawlings inside the front 50, marked by Waite and attack initiated by Garlett from the back pocket. Back come Carlton. Cloak gave it across to Johnson, and this one bounces out of bounds at left half forward.
Well, we're halfway through the first game of the season, and I think the defensive energy always drops off a little bit. It's now a turnover game. It's a matter of which team can hang on to the ball and obviously get their scoring shots, because there's going to be a lot of errors, I think, made around the middle of the ground.
So it's Cloak's ball. McIntosh unhappy. Cloak to the pocket. Well done by Russell. And then Harding under the pump. Rawlings, I think.
Just undid his good work, but it was smart play to tap that back in. His chance of marking the ball was quite slim, but wanted to keep it in play for his teammates.
I think Rawlings was going wide to Swallow a moment ago, and Harris just sort of cut it off. Petrie, almost a good grab, runs it over the line. Cloak's going to be interesting because Warnock's there waiting for Carlton to come back. You've got Cruiser, obviously. We've seen a bit of Jacobs tonight. He's looked all right, but it's his 3rd year on the rookie list, Jacobs. So if he doesn't make it this year, he's gone under the rules.
It's interesting, he played senior football back in 2006 in South Australia for Woodville West Torrens. Umpire tosses it up just forward of the wing. Cruiser did pretty well with the body. Joseph went to ground, was taken high. He's hurt, but he's going to be pinged for holding the ball, which will hurt him even more. Copped a whack in the scone right there, and he's slow to get up as Power runs away. Searching kick inside the forward 50. That was terrific work on the ground by Jamison, allowing Waite to go back and take the mark. They like the ball with Johnson. He'll be a Lindsay Gilbey type out of defence, I'd suggest. That was a lovely kick going wide, and now 50. will take Russell beyond the wing.
They kick the ball long into their forward 50 more than anybody, the Kangaroos, and that's one of the reasons maybe often people say they've played better than you think they can, because they play nice direct football and turn the ball over less around the middle of the ground.
Doesn't go for the 9-pointer, finds Favola on the lead, who's been terrific. He's bulked up a bit too, and he's got the ball in the right full forward pocket.
One thing North have been unable to do often enough tonight is get it into that launch area to kick it long. They've actually, coming out of defence, they just haven't been able to be penetrating enough. They've come out wide and the ball's been turned over or gone to a contest.
They've tried to get to Urquhart. He's their main runner out of defence in the group. They've got then Harding tonight.
Not beyond him, this one, for 6 points. About 10 metres in from the boundary. He likes it off the boot. He studies his work. A bit like Tiger Woods watching a putt roll in at the Masters.
I'm sure they're very happy, Carlton, that Favola's kicked 5 goals, but I think they'd love in this part of the season that they could kick 15 goals and Fev didn't kick any, because you know that Favola can kick his 5, 6, 7, 8 goals fairly regularly, so you already know that. It's developing those other options, and options other than the small guys. They need more potential go-to targets, I think, in that forward half to go that bit further.
Lee, would you give Fev a rest and have a look at another forward structure in the second half of this game?
Well, I would have thought so. This tonight's game to be won. Fev's had a good half, but I'd like to see Carlton, I think, for their own growth, get used to going into a forward half without Favola.
So Powell read it pretty well.
Ball's pinned.
Players get so used to going to those forwards. If a player rewards you by getting the ball, then you keep going to them. So Carlton just go to Favola time after time, and I think they need a bit more to be top 2 or 3.
Gibbs did well, got it over the top to Wells and then gets it back. Couldn't quite break the tackle, but got it brilliantly to Wells. What a goal! A brilliant Wells and the kid Zeeble, eh?
He was good, and Daniel Wells' movement with the footy, I mean, he is poetry in motion. He just glides across the field. Wells, he always looks so balanced and controlled, but working the way through the tackle, Zeeble set it up.
The amazing thing about that player is he was third man up. He had every right to probably be off balance after that stoppage or clearance, but he was the next North Melbourne player there to support. That's fantastic running, fantastic play, and to stay involved was a big part of that goal.
That was terrific. There's Wells. One
of the things that players have to learn, and Zeeble did it exceptionally well then, is just to be able to take a tackle and still get away a constructive disposal.
Well, 16 possessions. Zeeble very good in heavy traffic. Of course, he can't drive. He's too young. Kick goes inside the forward 50. He was running in the traffic, always dangerous. Judd, Favola, Houlihan lines up, and a quick reply just as classy.
I think there's an element of reading the play in what Chris Judd just did then, and I think that's one of the reasons why clean ball handlers are so clean. He was down low here, anticipating that it was going to be low before the ball was there, and just that quick, clean hands and give, just so effective if everyone does that.
Got his palms behind the footy, got the dirt under his fingernails, and that's the way to take that clean ball at ground level.
One of the thoughts at Carlton too is to get some of their midfielders forward more often and to play Judd, rather than rotate him through the bench, actually rotate him through the forward line. The West Coast Eagles did that with so much success, not only with Judd but also Cousins, and it's something that Carlton are going to try and borrow this season.
Interesting stuff, Tim. Houlihan forward, Judd's handball, stretching Simpson, who's within range. And doesn't quite. So just 4 times tonight, within a minute or two, Carlton have kicked a goal straight after the Kangaroos.
That question of actually, Tim was talking about, of putting your midfielders into the forward line, I mean, I think everyone would like to do that with the good midfielders. The question is, can they run around in the middle of the ground and run around in the forward line rather than having a spell and interchange? That's always the physical challenge.
You might not necessarily have to hit the scoreboard either. As we could see, Judd's last 2 touches have created 2 very good opportunities.
Totally.
for goals.
You'd love him to spend time there.
He took a tumble